I'd like to thank IGEL for inviting Liquidware to present at Digital Disrupt 2020. Today's session is going to be work from not home, work from anywhere. And I'm going to talk about enablement with adaptive workspace management strategies, specifically from Liquidware. And I'm Jason E. Smith. I'm the Vice President of Products and Solutions from Liquidware. When the COVID-19 crisis hit businesses in mid-March, some were prepared and some weren't. So we're going to be talking about ways that they were able to enable their own employees to work from home or to work indeed from anywhere. Many of these companies had very many different strategies, and they still do today. So how did they achieve this business continuity during this time of crisis, where many employees needed to work from home that had been productive in an office setting? Some organizations took the decision to buy new laptops, image them, and ship them to people's individual homes, or they sent them home with their laptops. Some decided to connect users to the VPN, and that alone would give them access to their file shares. And maybe that was in conjunction with also buying new laptops or relying on individual laptops in the field, while others enabled users to be able to remotely control individual corporate PCs. So you had a lot of remote control sessions happening every day through any kind of technology, remote management technology that may enable that, or simply by a remote session by the built-in Windows software. Many organizations may have relied on and still do rely on Google's G Suite or Office 365 to tie things together, that and the file share or file share services in the cloud, such as OneDrive or Google Drive. Other organizations just simply did the old school method of copying files and directories to cloud services such as OneDrive, or maybe even onto storage media to let them carry them home, or to email files to themselves. But many organizations, especially those that are in the industry that you and I may be in, if you're attending IGEL's Digital Disrupt, you're probably quite well aware of how to take a more seamless approach to deploy net new or expand current virtual desktop environments to take advantage of these work from home situations where you may need to burst scale. Solutions such as those from Amazon or Citrix, VMware, Nutanix, or others. Liquidware's adaptive workspace management can help and has helped organizations burst scale during these times of enabling users to work from anywhere. Our suite includes the following three solutions that help our customers to help them during these times of crises. The solutions include Profile Unity as a user environment management, Liquidware's Flex App application layering to enable applications to follow the user, and Stratosphere User Experience providing end user monitoring and diagnostics. These three solutions make up the industry's only adaptive workspace management suite that runs across all Windows desktops, no matter how you're delivering them. A physical desktop today, a virtual desktop tomorrow. Citrix today, Amazon tomorrow, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. Liquidware can help your users rapidly adapt to their new desktop, even between mixed operating system versions. If you were to create a seamless work from home transition experience like Liquidware has, we've taken into account three key points of time that you need to think about in transitioning your users. The planning phase. How do you know how your users are using your PCs? What applications are needed for that base image design, or to give you decision support for which types of applications you might move to virtual desktops? Onboarding. How are you going to migrate these users? Are you simply going to rip and replace their user profile and their user experience that they've had? That can cause detriment and it can cause downtime, and that's not business continuity. Or you could invoke a solution that would enable seamless onboarding, the opportunity to give you select users and groups to onboard to your new platform of choice, such as a physical desktop experience moving to a work from home desktop from any of the major vendors. You can automate your migration steps, and you can deploy and you can validate the user experience through our user experience solutions. And then when you're in production with your users for your new desktop of choice, you can manage those users and manage those apps accordingly. Know the user experience, manage the applications, layer them to the environment, give them context-aware settings that will help them perform to their optimal best in their work from anywhere environment. The applications they need, maybe at a specific time of day, maybe at a specific location. Liquidware can help you at any phase of this transition process, even if it's not from the beginning. Maybe you've come to us because you have production strains. Maybe you've come to us because you're looking to onboard more users seamlessly, so we can help at any step of the way. Stratosphere UX stands for Stratosphere User Experience. It helps you assess and design for the upcoming migration. It gives you added insight for visibility. It gives you a view of all desktops and users across all types of platforms that they may be logging into. It helps you from a first tier support angle. It helps you know at a glance if they're having a good, fair, or poor user experience rating, and then allows you to drill down and to troubleshoot those areas and to head off trends are occurring that may be negative that could cause mission critical showstoppers. It provides optimization in the environment through features like Optimize, bringing applications to the forefront and give them that extra horsepower boost that they need on older PCs or older type of equipment that you may be running your desktops on, extending the life cycle of an individual PC. These are just some of the ways that Stratosphere User Experience can help your organization through a transition to their next desktop. Profile Unity can help you with onboarding those specific users to the next desktop. It gives you a portable profile that enables you to automate migrations with zero user downtime. It gives you context-aware centralized policy management. So if the user is on-prem, you can automatically assign printers in a large organization where you may have roaming employees. You can lock down operating system attributes and customize those desktops to further secure them. It provides built-in features that you might expect to pay extra for, but they're included, like application rights management, privilege elevation, application restrictions. It works with technologies such as FS Logics for their profile on disk technology, as well as providing a profile disk technology alternative if need be. It supports Microsoft Azure Blob and multi-cloud strategies like those from Google and Amazon. The onboarding with a zero-time migration with Profile Unity gives you a smart profile harvest and rehydration at first login, enables you to move user authored data by harvesting it from the older legacy desktops and providing it to a centralized cloud area. The solution is compatible with any type of Windows desktop or operating system version. It provides the ability to back up profile containers like those from FS Logics. It also helps you remediate those if you have a profile corruption by giving you an automatic restoration of the last known good user profile copy. It enables instant user adoption and productivity because the user's goodwill has followed them from one desktop to the next, even across operating system version. Liquidware's adaptive workspace management invokes a cloud staging strategy. For instance, if we start at this graphic on the left, you may be with legacy Windows desktops today or an older virtual desktop. Once you start to save parts of user profile or the profile in its entirety, the user applications via FlexApp, and also assess and baseline their older desktop, you are indeed ready to move those users to the new desktop that you have designed. As soon as the user logs on, that data is instantly retrieved from the cloud platform of choice. The user profile will come down from either AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure. User authored data can seamlessly flow in from Microsoft OneDrive, Dropbox for Business, Amazon WorkDocs, or Google Drive. The user is then instantly productive because they have their familiar profile on their desktop, even if you've moved to cloud-based desktops. Applications may have even followed them using FlexApp. There's no need to repackage applications. User authored data is there and ready to go, brought in instantly from the cloud service where it was staged. And you can validate that the user experience of the new desktop is indeed better or not from their legacy desktop with Stratosphere UX. Now's a good time to talk about how we're working with IGEL. Liquidware's Stratosphere UX agent, called the Connector ID, is now featured in IGEL's Edge OS firmware. It enables end-to-end monitoring and diagnostics of the user experience, knowing that first mile of user connectivity. You can read more about this in a recent joint solution brief that's available on IGEL's website and Liquidware's website. Here's a quick look at Stratosphere for IGEL's OS. It's built right into the firmware, so all you need to do is either open up your central management for IGEL or the individual UPD session or the OS on IGEL hardware. You can browse to the configuration settings and you'll see connector ID in here for the connector ID key. Simply check this box and put in the URL of your Stratosphere UX Hub, which is a virtual appliance that's residing either on-prem or on the web. Immediately you start getting metrics from the first mile of the user session, whether they're on-prem or they're at home, maybe working from home with a UD Pocket. So then you know the end-to-end user experience. You can know things like the user's internet connectivity. You can know trace route and hop, all those added things that you would not have visibility for before to help you troubleshoot any user experience challenges. Stratosphere is now providing you work from home metrics as well in our new 6.1.5 release. We're now able to give you the following information about your end devices with the Stratosphere agent running. Now that could be an IGEL device, or it could be an individual desktop or laptop at home that the Stratosphere connector ID is running on. It can tell you things like the external IP of the user's session. It can also provide a latency test IP and name, so you can test the network latency and loss between the user's machine connector ID and critical DNS or IP addresses like Salesforce.com or any application such as a SaaS app. It can give you Wi-Fi access name and the hardware MAC address. As mentioned earlier, it can provide trace route. It can tell you the VM type and also, beyond the OS version, the OS build. Here's a look at one example. It's our new work from home Wi-Fi signal strength metrics that will be in 6.1.5. Here you're able to run a quick report to see exactly how your users are connected. So this can be used for operations and first tier support. You can see over time what the Wi-Fi signal strength was for a user. And here you can see their estimated distance from their access point. So if a user calls in and they're having degraded performance, you're able to see metrics like these down to the finite level to tell them that, hey, maybe they should move in closer inside to their access point and they'll have better performance. We can give you this information aggregated by group, or even more importantly, down to the individual workstation level. As mentioned previously, Stratosphere gives you trace route hop information to be able to pinpoint things like latency and others so you can have an optimal performance. Now, Stratosphere is a leader in this area. Look for other competitors to copy this approach in the coming year. Here's an example of the work from home OS build, giving you finite data on the exact OS build that you are troubleshooting per machine. Here's a very useful one for our new work from home metrics, active applications in the foreground. With this type of information, you can get a good idea whether your users that you've sent to work from home are indeed productive or not, because we're going to give you the names of the applications, and you'll probably be looking for your line of business applications here that the user usually has open in their foreground. Using this data, we can provide you user productivity reports as well that can be provided to management to tell you how your work from home or work from anywhere program is progressing. The third solution that we'll talk about today is application delivery with FlexApp. FlexApp is application layering technology which allows you to quickly deliver applications to existing Amazon workspaces, Citrix, VMware Horizon environments, or Nutanix type environments, or any way that you deliver Windows, even a well-managed physical desktop. You can assign applications to unique users or groups, even with mixed operating systems. It's a strategy that complements application delivery methods such as SCCM or MSIX approaches. You can deploy applications or update apps without modifying the base image or having multiple base images or multiple base image servers for your entire environment. Simply deploy your virtual workspace environment with generic servers or desktops and then allow FlexApp to bring applications in on an individual basis. When you do this, you're going to greatly lessen your number of golden images that you have to maintain. This streamlined base image management is one of the cornerstones of the benefits of using FlexApp application layering in your environment. It also simplifies application updates without having to modify base images. And it allows you to control when the application is indeed connected to the user's desktop, at boot time, at login time, or maybe even on a click to layer basis. So the application is not actually layered unless the user has clicked on it. In times of crisis like the COVID-19 situation, you can quickly deploy applications even to published application servers. FlexApp technology is compatible with Citrix virtual apps, XenApp, Microsoft WVD, Microsoft RDS, solutions like Amazon Workspaces and AppStream, and VMware Horizon, as mentioned, alongside Nutanix desktops as well. I quickly want to address and showcase a customer spotlight. How we helped one large organization with 70,000 employees with offices in North America, Europe, and across the Middle East, and in Asia Pacific. They had planned to move 10,000 new users to Citrix running on Azure right at the start of this COVID-19 situation. And they had a tight deadline that they had to meet. Everything had to be production ready by March 11th. Indeed, this was a forward thinking organization. It was a shipping and logistics company that not only had shipping and logistics, but cruise ships at sea at the time of the COVID 19 initial outbreak. They had Azure and Citrix already operational, but not production ready at scale when we engaged. On March the 8th, the decision was made to execute a business continuity plan for 2,000 users as they were about to use those to work from home, and they needed to be prepared for additional users to come on board rapidly. The targeted users were running on a mix of physical and Citrix desktops initially, and they needed to be moved to the newer Citrix platform. Profile Unity and FlexApp helped make this a reality within days. I'd like to walk you through a quick timeline of what this customer was able to do. On day one, they installed Profile Unity and configured Profile Unity and Profile Disk optimally for their environment. On day two, they updated their golden image within Citrix. They initially wanted to use VHDX, and now Profile Unity and FlexApp both support VHDX in the new version. They were production ready on day three and had their initial testers. They went live on day 5 with their first production users and been able to send people to work from home in mid-March. They were able to add FlexApp applications and line of business applications in the following days. After they went live, users were able to instantly be made productive because they had their user data at their fingertips that was synced with Profile Unity and the applications that they needed. Stratosphere UX was able to gauge whether the users were having a good, fair, or poor user experience and to tune the environment accordingly. And that's how we helped one leading shipping and logistics company with their move to allowing users to work from anywhere. For more information and more resources on liquidware, you can check out our website. You can also check out our support forums, our community forum, where you have an interactive question and answers from other customers and through our system engineers. And you can also download free licenses. Keep in mind that if you're an IGEL customer, you simply just need to activate the connector ID and to get a virtual appliance up and running, and you can do that from our free download website seen here. Again, I'd like to thank IGEL for inviting us to present at Digital Disrupt 2020. Please be safe. We'd love to help your organization manage the shift to work from anywhere as well. Feel free to reach out directly and email me at jason.smith@liquidware.com.